So you want to be happy again. Well, this is how you do it. Happiness does not exist in a vacuum. Human beings aren't made to function by just being happy all the time. That's the sad truth, right? You can't just wake up, oh, well, I'm happy. It doesn't work like that. Happiness is intermingled and intertwined with goals, direction, and purpose. That is the truth. If you have a goal and you have a direction that you're going in, when you make progress in that direction, you'll become happy. That's just how it is. You cannot have happiness in a vacuum. That's the first thing you need to change about how you think. A lot of people walk around feeling that, oh, I just need to be happy, and they have no goals, no directions, no aim. You cannot be happy without those three things, right? There are other factors, but those are the three big things. You need a goal in life in order to be happy. If you don't have an established goal, bye-bye happiness. You just forget about it. Forget about it, right? Human beings are made to walk uphill. It's an uphill climb in life, right? You need to be striving for something always, which is why when you're in the process of learning, or when you're running a race, when you're on the journey, right? Or when you're on a team and you're working in order to play a big game that's coming up or something, or when you're studying for an exam that you've been preparing for a long time, eventually happiness builds when you see that you are making progress. That is how it works. You cannot have happiness in a vacuum, right? And we grew up in a generation, unfortunately, where a lot of people, myself included, you included, seek happiness in and of itself. And that's not how it's supposed to be found, right? Joy is another thing. You can find joy without doing anything, right? Being grateful is a great and wonderful way to get and gain joy. But right now we're talking about happiness. Happiness is a blissful feeling. You get that after achieving something, after having done something meaningful, right? Which is why meaning and happiness are intermingled. Purpose, you need that in your life in order to be happy. Don't go around thinking that, oh, if I just exist and engage in hedonistic pleasures, then I'll just be happy. It won't happen like that, bro. Like, forget about it, right? You need a goal, an outline, something that makes you want to wake up in the morning, right? That's why that happens too. It's something that drives you, something that you want to do. That's what makes you happy. When you're moving towards something, it's hard not to be happy when you see that you're making progress. But in order to make progress, you need to have an outline. You need to have a direction. So what I'd say is that today, right now, get out a notebook, get out a pen, write down your top 5 goals and decide day by day how you will achieve those goals, right? Your list will change from time to time because we're flawed human beings and we make mistakes. But as you achieve and strive after those goals, you begin to see that your mood changes. You begin to have a different outlook on life. You begin to understand that there is value in things, and you understand that, hey, I have potential, and if I only work on myself, I can achieve so much and more. Right? That is where happiness comes from. And especially for young men, you cannot expect to be happy without achieving and striving. We aren't made that way. That's just how it is. So if you think you're just going, oh, I'm just gonna live life and chill, you can't just have that in a vacuum. Right? Some people find happiness by making other people happy, right? So it's not to say that, oh, if you make music all day, every day, you can't be happy. That's not what I'm saying, because you have a goal then, right? You want to make music to touch people's soul, to get in contact with the person. That is a remarkable gift, and we need people like you. We need the artists who are obsessed with their work to make an impact on human culture, right? But that is your purpose, that is your goal. You need a direction in order to be happy. If you get nothing else from this video, that is the main takeaway you need. You need a direction in order to be happy. Do not be fooled. You cannot walk around life directionless with no outline of what it is that you want, what it is you want to achieve, and expect to be happy. It will not happen. You will always be confused, you will always be miserable, and you will always want to end it all. Those things are intertwined. So take heed and make yourself a list, right? Remind yourself that you're a person of value and you are entitled to want to achieve things. You are entitled to want to achieve things. And heck, if you have no good view of yourself, then you just forget about happiness, dude. You have to have a wonderful view of yourself. You have to see that despite your flaws, despite your mistakes, you are worthy of honor. You are worthy to achieve things, right? And even if you don't do it for you, do it for the people you love, at least. Do it for the people you love, because sometimes I do things not because I think I'm a big shot or because I think, oh, I have this wonderful potential or I'm worth it. I do it to help other people, to help you. Whenever I don't feel like I deserve it, I do what I do in order to help other people. When I'm not in the mood to talk to people, when I'm not in the mood to laugh and smile with someone and ask them how their day's been, I ask them how their day has been because of them, because I know that they want to feel appreciated, and in that moment I care more about them than I do myself, and so I do it anyways. Sometimes you just have to do that in life. It's not all about you, and that is another big pillar of happiness. Understanding that life isn't all about you, right? Some of the greatest experiences of happiness you can ever achieve in life is when you have served other people. Some of the greatest experience of happiness you can ever achieve in life is when you have served other people. It is not all about you. Selflessness goes a long way in feeling wonderfully. Joy, happiness, come on. When you serve other people, there is no other way of being happy. There's no better way of being happy. Right? When I take time out of my busy schedule to make these videos, I know and I pray, I hope and pray that it reaches one singular soul, maybe one soul who's suffering, one person who's hurting, and it touches them. Because this isn't for me. I'm speaking to myself because there's little Corbin in here. There's 6-year-old Corbin in here hurting, who wished that someone would have seen and heard and understood him. And I'm talking to him too. But predominantly, I'm talking to you because I know that life is hard right now and community is dying in this country. And people need a voice to listen to. People need someone to speak to them. People need someone to understand and articulate for them the things that they can't say for themselves. And that is why I'm here. That is the purpose of Corbin Conversations. Corbin Conversations is here to help you and to help me. Because I was going through a lot. I still am. But I understood and I had a sort of epiphany. I'm like, I have these gifts. And I want to help other people with it, right? You have different gifts. Everyone has different talents. Make use of those talents to help other people. If you have a gift of drawing, put your effort into drawing and put a smile on people's face. That is remarkable and that is honorable, right? That is honorable. That could be your goal. That could be your purpose, right? That could be your goal and that could be your purpose. And hey, I am counting on you. I trust you. And I believe that if you put yourself to task and you work on yourself and you beat your skills into submission and you master yourself, you can bring great gifts to this world and you can touch the lives of many people. But you have to believe that first. You have to believe that first. And the first step in believing that is by saying it first, thinking about it, regurgitating, going over it in your mind, writing it down, having an established plan, and going the path. Walking the path is the only way to do it. You must act. So get on that sketch. Make those music. Make that song. I don't know where I was going with that. Make those songs, right? Make that music. Make your talent seen and make your worth known. But you must believe the first in order for you to impact the world. Thank you for listening. I trust that you will do what you know you should do. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.